Hi guys, welcome back to Sunday League to Champions League. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have two cup ties, one at home against Barnsley in the FA Cup and a second leg tie against Manchester United in the Capital One Cup semi-final. So far, form has been quite good since you were last with us for the Sheffield United and Rotherham games. We've been in quite a solid run of form. We managed to beat Manchester City 4-0. I don't know where the performance came from, but we turned up and it was a brilliant result for us, and we deserved to win the game as well, which was even better. We had a tough draw against Norwich. As you can see, the games were very tightly packed, so we had to rotate quite a bit throughout the Christmas period. But wins against Plymouth and Sheffield United, followed by a draw against second place Southampton, have really managed to keep us high in the running, and we then won against Huddersfield. But the first leg against Manchester United, unfortunately, we did lose 3-0. I'm not expecting anything in the second leg, but I just want us to just show something, which is why I've decided to play that game in this episode anyway. But preliminary focus is getting this FA Cup run underway against Barnsley. As you can see by the league table, we still remain 5 points clear. It's actually Nottingham Forest who are sat in second now. They've had a really good surge of form recently. But with that 5 point gap and a very superior goal difference at the moment, we do look very strong. Sean Davis has come into the side now as well. We signed him for £17 million from Cardiff City. He can play left back, right back and central midfield. I'll just show him to you now. And I think a 3-star current ability with 4.5-star potential. He's 6 foot tall. Physicals are quite reasonable, to be honest. He's only 20 and he's a Welsh international. Mental attributes are fantastic, really. He's a brave character, really good decision making, good determination and leadership qualities, and a really good work rate. Defensively, his attributes aren't the best, but he has got good technique, and fingers crossed he will be useful for us this season. So as we go into this game, we have Mourinho in goal with Spedicato, Branthwaite, Gazayev and Davis at the back, Navarro, Kesgin and Doyle in midfield with Illing wide left, and we're going to put... Where are we? There he is. We're going to put a Bayer wide right and put Meikle up front. Both players have been playing very well recently. Meikle has been scoring more and more goals as the season's gone on. He is a little bit inconsistent at times, but he tends to, if he's going to score goals, he'll start the game well, get an early goal at that, and fingers crossed he can do that in this FA Cup tie. And like I say, FA Cup run is great. We don't want... The thing is, if we got knocked out of the FA Cup, it probably wouldn't be too much of a bad thing. Yes, we all want a cup run, but at the same time, we've got to focus on getting into the Premier League again with this Brentford side. And with us being 5 points clear, if we have an extra cup run, it could just fluctuate our form slightly, but we'll have to see how we get on and just try and work things out accordingly as we go along. So just do that. And early on, 10 minutes gone, there's been no chances for either side. Possession-wise is quite poor as well. But I am hopeful that we will be creative. A bit more creative as the game goes on. Still no attempts for either side. 20 minutes gone. It must be a bit of a jagged midfield battle at the moment, but this is a very poor performance from our point of view. Yes, confidence has been knocked with that game against Manchester United a few days ago. But as you can see, both sides have had plenty of fouls, to be honest. And it is disjointing the game. This is probably one of the worst games I've had as manager so far in terms of chance creation. Here's Meikle fighting it out with Panzo. Unfortunately, he lost out, but the clearance from the keeper is straight up, and Branthwaite is clearly on his own there and controls it well. Now Doyle into Meikle again, and that is a great pass into a Bayer. He does score, but there may be a hint of offside there. I don't know if he timed his run well. He didn't. It has been disallowed as suspected. But at least we've shown a sign that we're going to try and get forward in this game. Spedicato into Branthwaite. Here's Azak Kesgin into Branthwaite again. Just knocking it about nicely down that left-hand side at the moment. That's a lovely ball over the top, and Meikle picked it up, but he miscontrolled it, unfortunately. And Hayton clears, and Branthwaite easily picks it up again. Gazayev. Opportunity to play it forward here. Kesgin's in space, but he's bypassed him and found Illing. Illing, by the way, has signed a new 5-year contract. He wanted an improved wage, which we have given to him. Meikle couldn't quite win the header. but Illing's picked it up again. Now Spedicato. Meikle is in the penalty area. That's a great pass into Illing again, and Meikle almost got in there, and it is out for a corner. Opportunity maybe from the set piece. Tommy Doyle to whip it in. Meikle and Branthwaite are looking at the near post. It's going to be cleared away. Kesgin picks it up. Doyle might have been offside, but he's running into the penalty area, and again, offside given. Been quite a poor game, unfortunately, so far. Williams into Benson. Now McMahon for Barnsley. Kitching. They're just knocking it about nicely at the back here. John Williams into Vasil. Under pressure by Spedicato. Can we win possession? Benson into Williams again. Hudson. They're knocking it about quite well here. Branthwaite wins the header. Navarro couldn't win the knock-on, but Doyle picks it up, and maybe an opportunity here. Doyle into a buyer. Meikle has made a good run, but so has Kesgin, and he's played it into Meikle, and that is a poor finish from the Scotsman. He's been playing quite well recently, like I said, but from his point of view, that is very poor. Our front three have all been poor today, and since signing that new contract, Illing has not played well. He was extremely poor against Manchester United. Alright, it's United, but to be poor against Barnsley as well is not ideal. Benson here with a delivery, whips it into the near post, and Barnsley are in front right at the end of the first half. Matthias Mercury with the finish from the corner. Also worth noting, 1 minute of added time, and that was in the second minute of added time. So not particularly pleased with that, but this has been a shocking performance, this. And we really need to wake up in the second half. Spedicato with the throw. Here's Illing. Spedicato again, looking to try and move it forward. Instead, he has to go back to Branthwaite. Really struggling with the pace of the game here. We're just not quite at our usual bright selves here. Isaac Kesgin smashes it over the top and a buyer. That's a really good bit of control. Can he cut it back? He tries to fire it across for Illing. Davis picks it up. It's taken a deflection, and somehow Hayton has managed to keep that out. That is unbelievable goalkeeping. And we've finally had an attempt on target, but this is so poor. We're going to demand more because this has been absolutely terrible from our point of view. We're going to have to make changes. All of our front three are going to come off here because I've not seen us play so badly. But put Strelic up front. Aronson can come on wide right. Polidoro's going to come on wide left. Navarro's going to come off for Jan Muller. And we'll bring Spedicato off as well for Herworth. Both of them were on yellow cards, which is why I took those players off. But the poorest performers, all of our front three. And we really need something here. But again, nothing really happening in the game. It's been so poor. Herworth here with a throw into Strelic. Strelic has been a decent performer over the Christmas period as well. Here's Davis into Muller. Azak Kesgin strikes. What a goal from Azak Kesgin. It's his 5th of the season. What a strike that is. 30-odd yarder. Brilliant, brilliant goal. And hopefully that will wake our team up a little bit. That is an unbelievable strike from him. And now we have a chance to build on that phenomenal finish from him. 30-odd yards out. What a strike into the top corner. And as we head into the last 15 minutes or so, obviously, we've got no more substitutions to make. But as you can see, Davis has had a poor game. Gazayev's had a poor game. The front three that we took off all had poor games as well. So we've certainly not looked at our best. If we can get a winner here, despite the performance, I feel that we'll be quite lucky. Herworth and Branthwaite have picked up yellow cards near the end of the second half as well. And it looks like that is that. It's going to go to a replay by the looks of things, and that is something that we didn't want. We've got enough games to play without having to worry about replays, and I'm not entirely sure when the fixture is going to come into play, but we'll have to wait and see. Just going to give it a moment just to come through, and then we'll see how we get on. I've got a feeling, because we've got the second leg of the cup game against Manchester United, followed by a league game against Hull, it might come in after that. And at least we're in the hat for the 4th round, despite a very, very poor performance. But Azak Kesgin with a brilliant finish. to save us from heading out of the competition. Just have a look at the schedule. Yeah, it's coming after the whole game. I thought it might. We'll still play the United game on camera today. The Barnsley game will be off camera, and then we'll come back probably mid-February. But we've got a couple of days to get through before the United game, so I'll just get through them momentarily, and then we'll be back. And hopefully, like I say, we can at least give good account of ourselves in this second leg. Okay, then here we go for the second leg against Manchester United. Incidentally, if we win the FA Cup replay against Barnsley, we've actually got Woking in the fourth round, so I feel a little bit better about trying to progress in the competition because I feel very confident that we will get past a side like Woking. Anyway, the side for the game against Manchester United, we have Mourinho in goal with Spedicato, Leves, Gazaev and Eisner at the back, Navarro, Aronson and Doyle in midfield with Illing and Strelic out wide and Abaya up front. Like I say, we lost 3-0 in the first leg. I'm not expecting us to get back into the tie. But it would just be nice to get something out of the game, to be honest, even if we managed to actually win the game or even get a draw, it would be a good result for us. Incidentally, Wayne Rooney is also manager of Manchester United at this time, so quite interesting to see that one. But fingers crossed, regardless of all that, like I say, we can just give a good account of ourselves. We have got a young squad, of course, but all these experiences, the fact that we've got to a cup semi-final as a championship club with a very young side, I think it bodes well for the future, to be honest. Obviously, next year, the players are all a year older. They've got a lot more experience. And fingers crossed, like I say, we can just really develop this side now. Doyle into Levesque, now Gazaev into Eisner. Plays it forward into Strelic. We have got players into the penalty area here. Strelic cuts inside. He hasn't been brought down. And that is a brilliant goal from David Strelic. What a fantastic strike that is. That is definitely something we can take away from this tie overall. What a goal that is. Of course, we are at home. We are going to be stronger at home. And are we going to really properly get back into this? I doubt it. But that is a brilliant start for us as Strelic looks to get past Kelly. Here's Eisner. We've got three players into the penalty area, and Strelic is in again here. And Strelic couldn't almost manage to get it past Tarati at that near post. And we really are giving good account of ourselves at the start of this game here. I mean, it'd be unbelievable if we did get back into this tie, but like I say, I can't imagine it. If we were really going to have a chance, we need every opportunity to go in for us, and that is not good. Eisner has been sent off. It's our first red card of the season, all from a misplaced pass from the free kick, and that is going to be that for us, I think, unfortunately. Oh dear, dear, dear. I mean, what can I do here then? I mean, if we put him there, put Strelic in the centre. I mean, we need wingers, that's the problem. Oh dear me. I think we're literally just going to have to take Navarro off against his former club here. Branthwaite can come on at right back. At least we'll have a back four, and we've still got our front three, but we are a man down now in midfield. I mean, if we can somehow maintain some kind of result from this match, with being down to 10 men, that would be an achievement in itself. But we're definitely not going to get back into the tie now, surely. Spedicato with the throw. Here's Aronson. We're somehow managing to keep the ball on that left-hand side. We finally end up losing out. And United look like they could break away here. Oh, and Abaya managed to sneak in there, and he's hit a wonderful curling strike into the corner. It was an error from Tarati. And we're now 2-0 up here against Manchester United. We're only one goal behind now on aggregate. And this is an unbelievable performance, to be honest. Can we maintain, though? I mean, the fact that we've even got back into the tie is remarkable, but doing it with 10 men, That is truly something. And I'm not entirely sure. I think the other semi-final, Everton won 4-0 in the first leg against Derby County. So it'd be quite a challenge for us to win this tie. But I genuinely think we've got a chance here, despite being down to 10 men. If we can nick another goal, and if we meet Everton in the final, I genuinely think we've got a chance. United are having a lot more attempts at goal now. We've only had the 2 shots on target, which obviously we've converted. And here is Dalot into Todibo. Now Martinez. Branthwaite intercepts, finds Strelec. Plays it out wide to Illing. That's a great pass forward, and Abaya could be in, and Abaya has scored. We're 3-0 up here. Abaya with his second of the... Oh, what? Offside? That's harsh. I thought we were back into it. Ah, that is a kick in the teeth, isn't it? We needed that run of luck there. It remains 2-0. Can we do something here? Can we get that vital goal? Kelly with a throw-in. We managed to get it away from Bowen, but Rashford's picked it up. Branthwaite clears. Abaya couldn't get past Ame, and Todibo picks it up and finds Illich. And now Martinez into Rashford. Back to Martinez. Look at the space here for Kelly now on this left-hand side, and he's past Branthwaite. Don't give away a penalty. That's a great tackle from Gaziev. Oscar, Bowen, off the post. Levesque clears, only as far as Martinez again. Illich, we're hanging on a bit now. Strelic wins it off Kelly, but Kelly wins it back. Now Rashford. Mukoko, saved by Mourinho. We are still in this. Tommy Doyle and Aronson are really struggling in central midfield. We're going to have to change both of them, I think. They are 2 of our more experienced players, but we need to make the changes here. Kesgin and Muller are going to come on for them. Both of our centre-backs are on yellow cards as well. We can't afford to have any more defensive frailties, but we haven't got any options for defence. Collenberg is going to come on, I think, for Gaziev. And we'll put Branthwaite in at centre-back. Levesque's going to have to stay on. We've got one more change that we can make. We'll take a risk, I think. We'll put Prieto on for Illing. Illing's not done a lot today, but Prieto has played well when he has come on. United deserve to be winning the game outright, really. But here's Kesgin into Prieto. Here's Spedicato. Moving down this left-hand side. He's past the fullback. Spedicato, can he get the ball in? Yes, he can. He whips it in. Strelic at the far post. It's 3-0. And we're level on aggregate. My word, what a performance this is from the boys. Can we do this? Are we actually going to do this? Muller over the top. Strelic looks to get it behind the fullback. Can he get the cross in? He plays it back to the edge of the area. Oh, Muller couldn't get there, and it's intercepted by Illich. Collenberg really does well to intercept that one, though. Prieto into Abaya. It's 4-3 on aggregate. We're 4-0 up here. We're down to 10 men after 19 minutes, and we've come back from 3-0 down, and we're 4-3 up. What an unbelievable performance here. Strelic and Abaya have completely turned this around for us. Can we hold on? There's 6 minutes to go of normal time. Collenberg, what a header. Mourinho makes the claim. Plays it forward. Azak Kesgin controls well, turns. Strelic now. Collenberg. Over the top. Abaya's in again. It's Abaya for the hat-trick. Oh, my word, the keeper. Just about keeping it out. Abaya so close to making it 5-0 on the night. Prieto with the corner. Whips it into the near post. It's cleared away. Muller picks it up. Into Levesque, who's in space and strikes, but it's quite a way over the crossbar. My word, this is ridiculous. We're down to 10 men after 20 minutes. We've scored 3 goals since. Manchester United now with a throw. Played in. Kesgin clears. Illich plays it in. And Caipero with the effort. It's gone wide. The minutes are ticking away. 4 minutes of added time. 2 down. 3 down. Final whistle. What a performance. We've come back from 3-0 down on aggregate. We were down to 10 men. And we've won 4-0 on the night. And won the semi-final of the cup by 4 goals to 3. My word, what a cup run this is. We've beaten Manchester City and Manchester United at home by 4 goals to 0. I mean, what can... I can't believe we've done that. That shows how good we can be, though. And even, I mean, we went down to 10 men. Oh my word, that is mental. I mean, we've made it to Wembley. I mean, Eisner's ended up with the ban, of course. We'll appeal against it as well as fine him anyway, but I mean, I can't believe what I've just seen. I mean, I had a goal disallowed and I thought that was it. Well, I mean, what can I say about that in all honesty? The second leg of the other game hasn't been played yet. We're going to get through a few matches off camera and we'll come back in February. I'll just have a look to see what matches we have played previously, and we are going to come back after the transfer window is finished. Carabao Cup final is actually the start of March, so if we come back start of February, we can be back for the Cup final. Wowzers, that was absolutely mental. I'm absolutely speechless about that. Well, roll on a couple of days' time when we'll be showing the Cup final. As for tomorrow, like I say, we'll sometime in February see what happens, and fingers crossed, like I say, as well as all this Cup malarkey that's going on, hopefully we can continue our brilliant league run as well as we fight our way at the top of the league for promotion. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for all your support. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.